Today we're going to be looking at people that are mad about food stamps. Let's see what this is all about.
Get a job.
Good
I,
job.
so I just gotta get on here and vent. Somehow, my F4U page today has been filled up with people bitching about their food stamps not working and the fact that they have to do community service. Get a fucking job. Get a job. I don't care that you have 7 kids. Close your freaking legs. If you can't afford to have kids, don't have kids. It's not up to me, who works a full-time job, is a caregiver for my terminally ill ex-husband, has 3 children, who has constantly worked full-time. It's not for me and my tax dollars to pay for your food stamps because your lazy butt won't get a job. Get a job. Stop relying on the government to support you.
I completely agree with this lady. About the whole, don't have more kids than you can afford. I stopped having kids at 2. Or me and my kid's mom, we stopped at 2 because we knew that we didn't have the space or the money to have more than 2. Would I have liked to have had more than 2? Yeah, I would love to have had like 10 or something like that over the course of many years. Separating them enough to where I can still give them each, the attention that they need and stuff. I don't know where that line would have been, but it would have been nice if I had the money. If I was rich, yeah, I would have. I would have just kept having kids. We would have had like 2, and then I would have said, like, no, let's wait a couple years. Okay, let's have another 2. And then just kept going from there. So, it says angry about losing your food stamps. Get a job. To be honest, I was a little judgmental. I thought that she was going to be complaining about people getting mad at her about being on food stamps. So let me see what the comments are. You must have had a really tough day. I'm sorry. If you end up in a situation where you need help from a government agency, I hope the help will be available for you. Many are a few paychecks away from not having a place to live, not or having a hot meal for their children. Yeah, I get that, but the reason that stuff has changed is because there's been too many people that abuse it, that stay on it for lifetimes. We have like Section 8. We have like generational passing down, like it's generational wealth. It's like generational leaning on the government. And I'm all for food stamps. I was on food stamps for a short period of time while I was going to school. So I get needing that little bit extra assistance, but it's not meant to last forever. I've been off for years now. It's not meant to be forever. Could I have went down there and lied and kept getting the food stamps? Yeah, I probably could have. I probably could have went down there and lied and, said, oh yeah, I'm still not working. I'm not making any money. I still need food stamps. And they probably would have gave them to me just because I had kids. But it's just not right.
So the state of Texas is banning the purchase of chips, soda, junk food, basically with EBT. Mind you, the price for single ingredients for one meal will run you anywhere from $60 to $80.
See, I gotta stop her there because that's just a bunch of bull. Okay, because for all the single ingredients, the first time you buy them all, it might cost that much. If I go to the store and I'm buying a bag of potatoes, a bag of rice, a couple bags of beans, a couple other, cans of stuff, sauces and stuff like that. And, it's like, it does cost a lot the first time, but when you actually calculate it out, I can get a meal for like $1 or $2 every single time cooking at home. I think she just missed school probably and just doesn't know how that works.
60 is being generous. So I don't see, one, why that was any of their business, and 2, why would they do such a thing?
It's their business because they're giving you the money. Like when mom and dad take care of you, they get to control what you eat what you do, stuff like that, at least to a certain extent.
When inflation is at an all-time high right now. And what about those people who don't have access?
What the hell is she talking about? Inflation is not at an all-time high. Inflation actually is going down even more than.
I agree with him too. But when she says inflation, she's not talking about inflation. She's not literally talking about inflation. She might think she is, but what she's actually referring to is probably cost of living. Like, cost of living, with how much money you make, it's like you can't go get a minimum wage job and rent a place. You have to have like roommates and all this other stuff, because it's like, really? You should be able to live off of one 40-hour-a-week minimum wage job.
Ever before. Like, it's so much misinformation inside of this video, but I'm going to play it over from the beginning. I always like to give credit to the content creator, so that link is going to be down in the description. You can tap into that if you want to rock out with her, because I always like to make sure that I give credit to the content creators. It's the right thing to do. The second thing, tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Also, Tej Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. Rock out with Tej. It is a phenomenal product.
Really?
But so much misinformation. What do you mean junk food? If Texas is banning junk food, then that's not a bad thing. Secondly, if you're asking whose business is it, it's the taxpayers, because they're the ones that you're using funds from in order to justify the spending habits. And so you should just be thankful that you're getting anything at all. And then third, when she's saying inflation is at all time, people just be talking. But I want to get the full context, so I'm automatically going to go ahead and rock out from the beginning of this, and we're going to get into it. EBT snack ban. That's the name of the video.
So the state of Texas is banning the purchase of chips, soda, junk food, basically, with EBT. Mind you,
banning junk food is a good thing. Probably need to create more nutritious meals for our children.
That's
But
right.
why can't y'all cook?
the price for single ingredients for one meal will run you anywhere from $60 to $80.
That's not true. It's always easier to cook at home, and you can cook meals for the whole week, or you can cook multiple different meals in which you can still have leftovers instead of just having one thing.
60 is being generous. So I don't see, one, why that was any of their business, and two, why would they do such a thing when inflation is at an all-time high right now? And what about those people who don't have access to a home that can, cook and stuff like that? Like, it just don't make sense to me, but hey, I guess we just gotta let them do what they do.
Don't be.
I see a lot of people, a lot of women, and this is since like as early as I can remember, as soon as I opened up my eyes and I was able to walk back and forth to the gas station or the corner store by myself. I've always known and seen women sell their food stamps and whatever their government assistance is at penny.
So the state of Texas is banning the
Pennies on the dollar. Yep. I've seen it too, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this woman is just she's just mad that the free ride is over. That's all it is. Let's take a look at these comments. I'm an ingredient only household because the junk food is more expensive. That's so true. $60 to $80 for one meal. She needs to stop buying steak and lobster. So true. So true.
The entitlement that these people who are living off of public benefits and the audacity they have to sit there and think that we owe them something. Not only that, they think that nobody can tell them what to do with their food stamp. Just listen to one lady.
I buy food with my food stamps. I like to buy Pepsi because that's what I drink. Pepsi. I buy
She needs some water.
Pepsis every time I go to the market. And I like snacks. I like to snack. The kids like to snack.
Mm-hmm.
So who is you to tell us that we can't buy Pepsis and sodas with our stamps? We should be able to get what the hell we want to get with our food stamps. Now you want to cut everything and talk about we can just buy food. So we supposed to spend money to buy the sodas and the snacks just to have sodas and Kool-Aid and snacks and juices and stuff in the house for the adults and the children. When will this take effect? Because I bet not get messed up for June. I need everything. I want to buy everything with my food stamps.
Food stamp is meant to be a lifeline, not a lifestyle. Now we got women like her with rotten teeth, with zero shame, demanding Pepsi and Kool-Aid on our taxpayer dime. Unbelievable. And let me just tell you, it infuriates me to hell that they get away with shit like this. The entitlement.
I agree with her. Yeah, that woman needs some water. She needs some water. Clean all that poison out of her body and out of her brain that's got her brainwashed.
So it looks like that the Trump administration is cracking down the usage of food stamps, and it looks like it's getting a lot stricter. So the changes that I did heard when it comes to being eligible for food stamps is that if you are an able-bodied individual, there's nothing seriously wrong with you. You are able to get a job. That is actually one of the major requirements you must have in order to be eligible to be on food stamps. So that's one of the things that the government is actually are cracking down. So if there's nothing seriously wrong with you, you're not disabled or anything like that, you can get a job. You just one of those that don't want to work. You just depend on the government to take care of you. Your benefits of getting food stamps will get eventually cut off because now it's required you have to have a job. This other change that really was shocking, it's kind of good, but kind of bad at the same time. But it was also said that when it comes to using your food stamps, it's not going to work for junk food or sugary drinks. So if you're one of the ones that like to buy a bunch of snacks for your kids, like cookies, chips, candy and soda, Sprite Zero, whatever. If you're one of those that buys a lot of junk food stamps, it's not going to work for that. So sugary drinks and junk food is not going to work with your food stamp card. So that part is really shocking for me. And the reason why I say that because food itself is already high. And you want people to eat healthy and make better decisions when it comes to their health. But how about telling these corporations to drop down their prices to make healthier food more affordable? Because
I agree and disagree with it at the same time. Just because food is expensive, I agree. But eating healthy is not more expensive. It's just more work. And that's what a lot of people don't like about it. So, like I said, you can buy rice and beans and pastas and stuff like that and make all your meals at home for very cheap. So that's just not accurate.
a lot of people do eat out and spend less money when it comes to eating out, especially when it comes to their kids, than spending money on trying to eat healthy. A lot of times eating healthy is actually very expensive. So if you want people to eat healthy that's on food stamps, drop those prices down. But that's the one thing that is shocking to me when I saw that you can't buy sugary drinks, sodas and junk food with your food stamps. You cannot do that anymore. So that's one of the changes actually was shocking for me. Now, being on government assistance is supposed to be temporarily, but a lot of people are abusing it. So it's kind of good that they're actually cracking down doing that, because leave government assistance for the people that really needs it, like the people that's disabled. I'm talking about the ones who cannot work, they cannot get around, they need the actual help. The ones that's actually on poverty level, they didn't have no choice. You don't know what was going on with them. So that's why I believe the people that's in that type of situation that should be on government assistance. But everybody else that just want to be lazy, want somebody to take care of them, want somebody to fund their lifestyle by staying on government assistance, that right there needs to stop. But government assistance is supposed to be temporary to help you get you back on your feet. I know a lot of people on here are mad about that, but it is what it is. I'm actually glad seeing this happen. That's let people know it's time for you to get off your tail and go find a job. Now, this other change that's already illegal as it is, but some people do it anyway just to get as a side hustle. A lot of people sometimes just get on food stamps just to sell their food stamps. So what they're also doing is cracking down individuals actually doing it. So if you get caught selling food stamps, they can cut you off from that too. And, some people do get arrested for that, something like that, which is actually illegal anyway. So, you got the person that actually got the groceries, but then also somebody made money off of it. So that's another change I did find out. What they're actually doing is cracking down people that's actually doing it. So if you get caught selling food stamps, you can seriously get in trouble for that, and you will get your benefits cut off from that. So you're able-bodied individual that's able to get a job. That's the only time you're eligible to even get food stamps. You cannot use your food stamps to buy sugary drinks or junk food. It has to be something healthy wise, so that way you can make better health decisions with your lifestyle. And also, if you get caught selling food stamps, they will take that away from you as well. So I don't know what you guys think about these changes. So I know it's been saying this for a while, and a lot of people upset about it, but hey, it is what it is. So maybe something good come out of it. But leave a comment in the description and let me know how you guys think. So, I said what I said. This is my opinion, but nothing we can do. So this is their decision. So let me know in the comment section how you feel about the changes for food stamps.
Time to dig out grandma's cookbook or go online with your free cell phone that you got along with your food stamps. I don't know about every other state, but I know I live in California, and they give out free cell phones to anybody on Medi-Cal or on food stamps. All you have to do is show them the card. They give you a free cell phone, unlimited data, unlimited internet. It's not top of the line, but it's still just a basic good cell phone. And not to mention all the illegals. The illegals can walk into a different office to claim food stamps every day. Walk into the one here in Hayward, tomorrow go into the one in Oakland. You could use the same name, and they will assign them a TIN number or an ITIN number, a tax identification number or whatever. And they can say, oh no, I'm homeless. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no food. I ain't got nowhere to stay. And they will get free money. They will get the max amount of food stamps. They will get free medical. And this has been going on for years. Back when I was on food stamps going to school. This was like 10 years ago. And it happened every single day. I asked them, what was going on. I asked some of the workers, and that's what they told me. They're like, oh yeah, every single day. Every single day, people come in that are illegal and don't have, a social security number. So, we just assign them a TIN number, and then that's how we get them benefits. I was like, what? So technically, I was like, oh wow, so I could even do that. I could lie and be like, oh hi, I'm from Europe. My name is Bob, and I'm homeless. Please give me free stuff, and they'll sign you up with a TIN number and give you a whole bunch of stuff. I think I'd get a little bit more pushback because I'm white, but a lot of Hispanic people doing it, and then they sell the food stamps, they sell the phone, and then you got a free phone, basically for as long as you're on food stamps, and I think it's even longer than that because I think it's free until the program ends, but it's like an ongoing program. It's still ongoing. It's still ongoing even now. I drive by there. I drive by the office sometimes on my way home, and there's the little stand outside passing out free cell phones to them. It happens every single day. Thanks for coming to Rash Review. Let me know what y'all thought in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. Helps me out a lot. Helps the channel. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.